If you want to learn how to read like a writer, you've come to the right place. Hey guys, I'm Marilyn and welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering why I'm not actually in this video and it's just my voice, I recently spent some time in the hospital and I'm not quite feeling up to filming yet. So this video will only be audio, but I hope you can still enjoy the content. Before we dive into my 5 tips for reading like a writer, be sure to check out my political fantasy standalone novel, To Wear a Crown. It's available at all online retailers. You can ask your library for a copy. You can ask your local bookstore to order a copy for you. The Universal Book link is in the description box below. Now, without further ado, let's get into reading like a writer. Reading like a writer involves analyzing texts for their craft, structure, and techniques rather than just absorbing the story. Here are 5 tips to help you read like a writer. Tip number 1, analyze structure and plot. Pay attention to how the author structures the story. Note the pacing, the arrangement of scenes, and the overall plot arc. Note how they arrange it into chapters. Consider how the author introduces and resolves conflicts, develops characters, and builds tension. Understanding these elements can help you better craft your own narratives, especially if this is a book that you particularly like, because that means that the author's obviously doing something right. Tip number 2, examine language and style. Look closely at the author's use of language and writing style. Take careful note of the vocabulary choices, sentence structures, and literary devices employed. You can really learn a lot by looking at the precise word choices that authors use. Consider how these choices contribute to the tone, mood, and overall effectiveness of the writing. Analyzing the style of different authors can inspire you to experiment with your own writing and then find a voice that conglomerates that of the authors you like, but is still your own. Tip number 3, study characterization. Pay attention to how characters are portrayed and developed throughout the story. Notice the techniques the author uses to reveal character traits, motivations, and conflicts. Analyze dialogue, actions, and internal thoughts to understand how characters come to life on the page. What is the author choosing to use to convey who that character is? Which words are being used? What kind of scene are they first introduced in? This can have a big impact on the reader's mood, which will absolutely affect how they view that character. Learning from effective character development can help you create more compelling and nuanced characters in your own writing. Tip number 4, explore themes and symbols. Look for recurring themes, motifs, and symbols in the text. Consider how these elements add depth and complexity to the story, conveying deeper meanings or messages. Is there some sort of symbol that keeps popping up through the book? Note when that is and what it's trying to convey. Analyzing themes and symbols can help you recognize the layers of meaning in a text and inspire you to incorporate similar symbolic elements into your own writing. I know doing this during my degree was a big part of why I love doing this in my own writing. Tip number 5, take notes and reflect. Keep a reading journal or a notebook, or if you can make comments on your Kindle, if you don't mind writing in a paperback book itself or a hardback book, jot down observations, insights, and questions as you read. Write about what aspects of the writing impressed you, what techniques you want to try in your own writing, any challenges you encountered or things you don't like. Mark up recurring themes. Circle interesting word choices. Reflecting on your reading experiences can deepen your understanding of the craft of writing and help you apply what you learned to your own creative projects. And if you have that written down somewhere, you can always refer back to it later. By actively engaging with texts in this way, you can develop a deeper understanding of the craft of writing and improve your own writing skills while doing something fun. And that's it. Those are my 5 tips for reading like a writer. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you don't miss any videos. I post writing advice videos on Wednesdays, book reviews on occasional Fridays, and now also editing advice on some Tuesdays. As always, you can find me on my website, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, X, TikTok, and BookBub. All the links are listed in the description box below. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!